Oi, you lot, yeah. Later on I'm going to be talking to this creature and I'm going to be very rude to him, so it's worth watching.
How rude?
Very.
John Cleese co-founded the Monty Python troupe in the late 60s. Remember the life of Brian and the meaning of life? Or who could forget him as the calamitous hotel owner Basil Fawlty in Fawlty Towers, the BAFTA award-winning sitcom he co-wrote in the 70s. Actor, comedian, screenwriter and producer John Cleese has been involved in a catalogue of performances on stage and screen. And as his Twitter account says in his own inimitable way, yes, I am still indeed alive, contrary to rumour. Well, he's actually in Exeter, making his stage writing debut with Bang Bang, a farce of laugh-out-loud moments produced by Exeter Northcott Theatre. And Spotlight's Johnny Rutherford has been in conversation with him.
And now for something completely different. This is Bang Bang, an adaptation of a classic French farce. It's the stage writing debut of the great master of farce himself, John Cleese. It stars Wendy Peters, Tony Gardner and Tessa Peake-Jones.
It's going really, really well. We're having a great time. However, this morning was probably the scariest 20 minutes of my career.
Why?
Because I'm only in the play for about 20 minutes, but we had Mr. John Cleese in watching us this morning, so we were all a little bit tense.
And you're talking quietly because he's...
Because he's somewhere in the room! He's behind us.
This isn't fair! You know what I mean? Then run. Yeah. So that the audience gets the full blast of fair.
Have you got a little bit of John Cleese style into this production of
Well,
Bang
it's
Bang?
farce, and that's what I've always been best at writing, I think. I mean, sketches, more wild, surreal stuff, that was Python. But Fawlty Towers is just 12 little half-hour farces, and what I like is the intricacy of the plots, but also the fact that the acting needs to be a little bit over the top, because that's the way you get the huge laughs that you get in farce.
Imbecile!
You said something?
No, I was talking to the audience, but he is an imbecile.
It's about deception, adultery, what you can get away with. Fast, furious, funny. And Act 3, you get the sort of payoff of everything coming to roost. Will the husband be caught out? Will the wife be caught out? Will the lover be caught out? I'm so ashamed.
Just promise me you'll have no more of these crazy ideas.
Straight acting is very, very easy. You have to learn the lines and say them with the right inflection and use the right emotion. Well, most actors can do that. What most actors can't do is farce, because it requires much more technique than straight acting, and it requires also a slight playfulness that a lot of straight actors are not capable of.
So in this show, which is 3 acts, you've rewritten, is that right? Tell me how you came about it and why this show.
I've always been a fan of French farce, because in the 1890s, and I'm not joking, they wrote the best farces that anyone's ever written, particularly this guy Georges Feydeau. And I was reading through his farces and I found this one. And I thought, I don't know it. And it is absolutely wonderful, because the plotting is so clever. And you don't get that kind of plotting these days, when the audience suddenly realizes what's going to happen. It's a special type of laughter. So I had a literal translation done, because Feydeau obviously wrote in French. And then I adapted it. I rewrote the first act, which with respect to Feydeau I didn't think was very good. And I cut some stuff in the second act, and the third act is hardly changed at all.
I have had my wife caught committing adultery red-handed.
Red-handed?
Yes.
But you have the lover, do you?
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yes.
Is there a Basil in it?
No.
But is there your style of comedy adapted into it?
Yes, I mean, Fawlty Towers are farces. Sorry, Fawlty Towers is a series of farces, and this is farcical material, but that means that it is still played quite naturalistically, not in a very styled way.
Will you see Monsieur Cassagna out for that?
There's a lot of doors and wardrobes, lobsters, trousers, You can't do a fast without a pair of trousers.
Several pairs of trousers.
Yeah.
And several men without trousers on. That seems to be
That's
part
always
of
a
fast
joy.
too, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oui, madame.
So a laugh a minute?
Oh,
We're really hoping
every 30 seconds, not even a minute. Yeah.
I noticed in one of your tweets recently you said 2 down, 4 to go.
Yes,
Obviously a
well,
recent
I'm
tragic...
80 now, and Michael, as everyone knows, had a major heart thing. He's recovered totally, but that was not easy. I don't think Gilliam's dead yet, or at least if he is, I haven't heard. And then Terry Jones went. Well, obviously he was fading away anyway. Graham is dead already, and that only leaves Eric. So this is what happens when you get old. You see, eventually you die.
John doesn't appear in the show that begins its national 10-week tour at the Northcott Theatre next week, but he is performing at the theatre in a charity fundraiser where he will chat about his life, laughs and live performance. Johnny Rutherford, BBC Spotlight, Exeter.